Hey guys, I hope this video finds you well. Um, I just wanted to talk about the coronavirus and what Spirit's been showing me. So what I see coming through is three, so 3 months. 3 months will get back to some type of normality is what it feels like, okay? But what I've been getting through very clearly is it's how we deal with this situation. We can either set in the space of conquer and divide and conquer, or we can sit in the space of like, let's be rational about things and show compassion and love the way you can at a distance and safety. And I think it's about connectedness through, like, we've got a luxury of having this technology at our fingertips, so use that and show compassion to those that you can't physically see. But what's coming through is like, some of the dead shit has to go. Do you know what I mean? Establishments and ways things have come to fruition. This is, Spirit saying enough's enough, and you need to sit back and reevaluate. And I think it's really important, and that we actually take that time to evaluate. Like, I use the analogy of when stuff's going down and someone's in a life and death situation, they, oh God, if you spare my life, I'll do this and this and this. I'll quit smoking, I'll quit drinking, I'll be a loyal partner, and I'll be a changed person. And they sit in that space just for a millisecond, and then they try to live it the days after they've been saved from a situation, but inevitably they go back to their old ways, and this quarantine process and self-isolation, it's giving us a time to reflect on our practices in the daily, and realizing it's not as healthy and fortuitous as what it is supposed to be. And so, like, I got shown today, like, this is an opportunity to pull away from sinful actions, okay? So if someone's having an affair, they're most likely not going to be seeing the person that they're having an affair with, because they're working from home and stuck in the family home, and in this isolation. So it pulls away from negative behavior, people being more promiscuous when they're dating, or going out, it pulls back that energy, so there's definitely bonuses in this, and it's a reevaluation time. And I think the reevaluation time is to see where your standards lie, where your values lie, and how you're going to redefine and change your future, and like, I don't know, like, David's just showing me gambling, pulling away from gambling, stuff like that. So without these situations available to us, we have to go within. And a lot of us have that inner child work that has to happen. And I've been doing that for the past few days, sitting in meditation and doing guided meditation on YouTube for inner child work and acceptance of what is. There's a really good guy, Peter, can't remember his last name, but he's amazing. He's American. And he says the best thing you can do is sit in the actuality of the situation. It is what it is because it has happened. No matter how much you fight it or grieve it, or like, it's a level of acceptedness. And then if you get to a level of acceptedness and reduce the fear, then you become free. So all of us have situations where things didn't go our way, and grieving a loss of a parent or a child, or something like that. It is what it is because it happened. And as hard as that is to accept, and it sounds harsh, it's actually freeing. And I think that's really important. And like, this situation, the coronavirus, it is what it is because it's happened. How do I move forward into a productive and physiologically, spiritually, emotionally, financially advantageous way? Do you know what I mean? So this is our time for self-reflection, and to actually see, um, how can I make my existence better? How can I help others? How can I give compassion and love instead of having my uh, face in my phone the whole time? Connectedness, those emotional relationships that are oh so very important. Um, it's an opportunity to let those things grow and flourish. And this is the new age. This is going to be hard for a lot of people to redefine themselves and look within themselves, because what we do, we cover things up with a band-aid. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, if I actually have to deal with my stuff, like, I'm raw, I'm open. Okay, so let's be raw, let's be open, let's be naked, and pull all the bullshit down and just be like, it is what it is because it is. And then go moving forward, how do I become free of that? And I become free of that by taking my fear away. Okay, so if my fear is dying, okay, there's nothing I can do about dying. It is what it is because it will eventually happen. I'll be 6 feet under and well away. Do you know what I mean? I'm not there. I'm somewhere else. But at the end of the day, it's that level of acceptance and feeling that ultimate sense of freedom. And when you don't live in fear, you live in harmony, and it takes the dis-ease out of the body. And like, because all dis-ease from body is from emotional trauma, fear, guilt, all those things. It's the body not working in harmony with each other. So you may agree with what I'm saying, you may not. This is what I'm getting through from spirit, and it's been reaffirmed from things that I have seen and read and things like that. So do the spiritual journey. Sit in that space and be raw and naked and just be like, yeah, all right, I don't do my best at spending time with my kids. I don't sit there and cook meals every night, and when I do, they're pretty shit. So set those achievable goals. We've got the luxury of time at the moment, and not all of us have the luxury of solid income coming in. So definitely there's a lot of anxiety around, and with the anxiety, we need to focus on grounding. As long as you and your kids and your partner are okay, family members are okay. We talk about with children in teaching. Is it an ant problem? Is it a lion problem? Or is it an elephant problem? At the end of the day, losing your house, elephant problem. At the end of the day, having to stay inside and be bored shitless, or, doing chores, ant problem. Keep that rationality there. But Spirit's actually saying, this is a time for reevaluation and to make yourself accountable for actions that you do, and being courageous enough to look within and see what needs redefining, what needs connection to inner child stuff that needs to happen. Um, because if you don't do it, like, this this era is going to move forward without you, and you can be stuck in your ways and go, oh nah, like, I don't want to be part of this new age. And like, ultimately, I think you'll find people around you will be developing into this more conscious being, and aware of those connections around us and helping and supporting those around us. So yeah, but I see 3 months for things to get back to some type of more normality. I see September as in travel. I see uh I see a lot more deaths. But I don't want to focus on that negative space. I want to focus on, not that it's a negative space, but a sad space. Yeah, so like, some of the things I get through could be right, could be wrong. You take from the lessons that you feel resonate for you, but let yeah, like, I just want you to know that I'm sending you love and healing, and I've done a lot of protective work over the community and the world. I'm centering and grounding a lot of people, so that people don't become too overwhelmed. So if you're on this page, like, obviously you're spiritual, and you have your belief system. So if we manifest that together of spirituality and grounding and healing and helping those people to do the work within, then I think it'll be a lot more prosperous. I just got shown 6 months. 6 months. All right, love and light, guys. Take care, and sending you all the protection and love and healing that I possibly can. And yeah, I'll be in contact soon. Love and light. Take care. See you. Bye.